CM Punk is uncertain of his future. The best and worst of WWE Raw. Why Bron Breakker joined forces with Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins. Sami Zayn is turning heel following his WWE return. Bayley is leaving WWE. Finn Balor accidentally turned babyface. John Cena on Randy Orton's attack. Let's dive right in. The best and worst of WWE Raw. The Raw after WrestleMania is always a wild ride, and this one delivered big time. Fresh off the epic showdown at WrestleMania 41, the Red Brand gave us a night packed with shocks, from title switches to backstabbing betrayals, plus some fresh faces and old favorites returning. Not everything clicked perfectly, but the good far outweighed the bad. There was so much action that some moments, like Jey Uso's heartfelt chat with Sami Zayn and Jimmy Uso, didn't even make this rundown. So, here's the scoop on the best and worst from the night after WrestleMania 41. Number 1. Best. Women's division steals the show. The women of Raw brought their A-game after WrestleMania 41. Even with Bayley sidelined for now, the tag team titles are back where they belong. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez snagged the belts, cementing their legacy as 4-time champs. Becky Lynch shocked everyone by turning on Lyra Valkyria, a move that's been brewing for a while. It's a bold choice that explains her sudden return, and maybe even points to her as Bayley's attacker. That's not all, though. Sky and Stephanie Vacker tore it up in a match that screamed, NXT's future is bright. Roxanne Perez and Julia crashed the party, attacking both stars. Either of them could dominate Raw. Rhea Ripley rushed in to back Sky, proving the women's division is unstoppable. Number 2. Best. Gunther's vicious revenge. Gunther didn't take his WrestleMania 41 loss to Jey Uso lightly. He stormed Raw, fuming at the commentary team for cheering on the Yeet Master. The ring general went off, attacking Michael Cole and absolutely demolishing Pat McAfee. He choked out the NFL star and sent him packing. This was a brutal way for Gunther to reclaim his edge. For McAfee, it might have been a way to step away from Raw if he's got other gigs lined up. Number 3. Best and worst. Rusevs' big comeback stirs chaos. The crowd roared for Rusevs' return after 5 years away. The Bulgarian Brute's comeback had everyone hyped, which makes WWE's choice to turn him heel right away a head-scratcher. Rusev stormed in during a planned New Day vs. Alpha Academy match, laying out Otis and Akira Tozawa. Fans aren't ready to boo him yet, and the cheers tonight showed the world still loves Rusev Day. Why not let us enjoy the party? Number 4. Worst. Cena's big talk falls flat. John Cena promised to ruin wrestling after taking Cody Rhodes' title at WrestleMania 41. But on Raw, the new undisputed champion just recycled his usual promo, jabbing at the fans. Calling himself the last real champion, Cena had ring announcer Mark Nash read a statement for him. It was mostly fluff, just setting up a countdown clock for his first title defense. Randy Orton's surprise RKO was cool, and with Backlash in the Vipers' hometown of St. Louis, it makes sense. But tonight should have been Cena's moment to shine. Save the RKO for SmackDown. Raw was already stacked. Number 5. Best. Heyman's new crew shocks all. We were dying to know why Paul Heyman ditched his tribal chief and best friend for Seth Rollins. Raw didn't spill the full story, but what we got was just as wild. CM Punk and Roman Reigns came out hunting the Visionary, only to get flattened by Bron Breakker, now a full-on Paul Heyman guy. The former Intercontinental Champion speared Punk, but saved his best for Reigns, blasting him through the barricade. It was pure chaos. Seth Rollins, Heyman, and Breakker stood tall, hands raised as Raw closed. Heyman's new squad is coming together, and it's anyone's guess who joins next. Becky Lynch, fresh off her heel turn and married to Rollins, could be a fit. Whatever happens, this group's future is electric. Why Bron Breakker joined forces with Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins. The Raw after WrestleMania 41 was everything fans hoped for and more. The night ended with a jaw-dropping moment as Bron Breakker stepped up as the new Paul Heyman guy, saving Heyman from Roman Reigns' fury. Seth Rollins hit the ring with Heyman to talk about the wild events at WrestleMania 41, but before he could get a word out, CM Punk charged in, throwing punches at the Visionary. Punk dropped Rollins and turned on Heyman, who betrayed him at WrestleMania. Rollins bounced back, stomping Punk, but then Roman Reigns stormed in, hitting a brutal spear on his old Shield brother and a Superman punch on Heyman. The OTC was ready to finish Heyman with another spear when chaos erupted. A hooded figure speared Reigns, revealing himself as Bron Breakker. Rollins and Breakker laid waste to Punk and Reigns, and Raw closed with the Visionary raising Heyman and Breakker's hands in victory. Here are 3 reasons why Bron Breakker teamed up with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman on Raw. Number 1. The Rock's hidden enforcer. Paul Heyman's double cross of Roman Reigns and CM Punk at WrestleMania 41, siding with Seth Rollins, has sparked all kinds of theories. One big idea floating around is that The Rock is the puppet master behind this heel turn. Some believe Rollins is The Rock's hand-picked star, following in John Cena's footsteps, with the final boss helping him outsmart Reigns and Punk. Now, it looks like The Rock has brought in Bron Breakker as the muscle to back Rollins, acting as a powerhouse enforcer to keep the Visionary on top. Number 2. Breakker Breakker's longtime loyalty to Heyman. Former WWE Intercontinental Champion Bron Breakker possesses unmatched potential, poised to be the next big thing in the company. Paul Heyman saw this early on and tapped into Breakker's respect for him. Breakker has said he's always been a Paul Heyman guy at heart. WWE even hinted at this back in NXT when Heyman introduced Breakker before his match against Carmelo Hayes in 2023. That moment had fans thinking Breakker was destined to join forces with the Wiseman on the main roster. Number 3. Setting Breakker up for stardom. Bron Breakker has all the makings of a future WWE World Champion, with main event talent shining through. What he's been missing is the right story and spotlight. Teaming up with legends like Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins could be the key to unlocking his potential. Sharing the screen with these two could rocket him into the main event scene, letting him prove he's the next big thing. It'll be thrilling to watch how much chaos this new Heyman-led crew can unleash in the weeks ahead. Sami Zayn is turning heel following his WWE return. Sami Zayn shocked everyone by showing up on the first Raw after WrestleMania 41. The original Bloodline member crashed Jey Uso's moment as he was about to speak to the WWE Universe after beating Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. For a second, it looked like Zayn might attack Jey and set himself up as the next challenger. Instead, the 40-year-old hugged Jey, praising his Bloodline brother for the big win. But why did Zayn interrupt Jey's promo? It feels like WWE is setting the stage for a heel turn, with the Yeet Master as his first target. Number 1. Sami's good guy act is getting old. Sami Zayn hasn't played the bad guy in forever. His last heel run was way back in 2017, when he helped Kevin Owens take down Shane McMahon in a Hell in a Cell match. Since then, he's bounced between hero and villain, fully embracing the good guy role in 2023 after standing up to Roman Reigns. For 2 years, he's been the fan favorite, but his character feels stuck. He's been losing left and right. 3 matches to Drew McIntyre, 1 each to Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Kevin Owens, plus 2 to Bron Breakker. The crowd's ready for a change, and the honorary use could deliver by flipping to a heel. Number 2. A heel turn could revive his career. It's no secret that Zayn's string of losses as a fan favorite has hurt his standing. His last big moment was at WrestleMania 40, when he ended Gunther's Intercontinental title reign. But after dropping the belt to Bron Breakker at SummerSlam, he's been more of a punching bag. Turning heel could force WWE to book him stronger, like they've done with Gunther, John Cena, and Drew McIntyre. It'd also set up an epic showdown with Jey Uso, pitting 2 Bloodline brothers against each other in a must-see clash. Number 3. Sami could join Heyman's growing crew. Paul Heyman's new faction, with Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker, is making waves, and there's room for more. Sami Zayn could be the next to join Heyman's squad. The honorary use teaming up with the Wiseman would open big doors, letting him face off against heavyweights like Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Down the line, he could even turn on Rollins to become a hero again. A heel turn would give Zayn endless possibilities, and it's probably just a matter of time before he makes the switch. Bayley is leaving WWE. Bayley was the talk of WrestleMania 41 weekend, but not for the reasons fans hoped. The role model was supposed to team with Lyra Valkyria against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. Instead, a mysterious backstage attack took her out, and Becky Lynch stepped in as Valkyria's partner. We all saw how that played out. But what's next for Bayley? Her future in WWE is murky, and in a recent chat with Chris Van Vliet before WrestleMania 41, the 5-time women's champion opened up about her plans. With a year and a half left on her contract, Bayley isn't sure if she'll stay, saying she's already done so much in WWE. I have so many other things I want to make it into. I have a year and a half left on this current contract, so we'll see what happens then. And then what? Man, I don't know. I think I've done everything I really want to do. Not everything. There's still a lot I want to get done, but done so much with WWE, and I've been here for already 12 years. And there's a huge wave of women coming in that I think are ready to take over, ready to be in those spots, said Bayley. Reports say Bayley knew she'd be pulled from WrestleMania 41 weeks in advance, which lines up with her comments. She also shared how teaming with Lyra Valkyria showed her the bright future of the women's division. Recently, she's worked with rising stars like Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade, and she feels good about the next generation. Bayley said she'd be okay leaving WWE if the division is in strong hands, comparing it to John Cena's journey. Cena stayed until Cody Rhodes emerged as the new top hero, someone kids look up to, and who fills arenas. So when I think about, okay, I might be done in a couple of years, who knows? I know that it's going to be in good hands. So that makes me really happy. Where before John Cena always says he couldn't leave because who was going to do what he does? Who's going to take his place? Who's going to be the one to freaking put A in seats? Who's going to be the one that the kids want to see, that the kids idolize to the level that he does? Cody's doing that. I'm not saying I'm John Cena, but that's kind of the same mindset. As long as it's in good hands, the goal was to just leave it in a better place than you found it, Bayley added. It'll be wild to see what Bayley decides when her contract nears its end in late 2026. For now, it looks like she'll jump into the Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria feud when she's back. Finn Balor accidentally turned babyface. Vince Russo, a former WWE head writer, recently spilled his thoughts on Finn Balor's current storyline. Balor's been clashing with Dominic Mysterio in the build-up to WrestleMania 41. This week, Mysterio defended his Intercontinental Championship against Penta. Dirty Dom was in trouble until JD McDonough returned, shoving Penta off the top rope. Dominic capitalized with a 619 and frog splash to keep his title. Afterward, the Judgment Day crew celebrated together, but Balor stood off to the side watching instead of joining in. On Legion of Raw, Russo argued that WWE accidentally turned Balor into a good guy with this moment. He called out Triple H's booking, saying it's blurring the lines between heroes and villains. Russo pointed out that Balor's distance from the Judgment Day's celebration makes him look like a fan favorite. Even when you've got Judgment Day and you've got everybody celebrating together and you've got Finn on the outside. Bro, Finn is supposed to be the heel, but he's the baby face. I worked for many years with Triple H. I'm like, what? Bro, what are you doing? The concept of babyface and heel and giving them somebody to chant for and chant against are totally out of the window. You've got Finn Balor, a man on an island that's the babyface, bro. For weeks, Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio have been butting heads, with Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Carlito trying to keep the peace. It'll be a wild ride to see if these two end up tearing the Judgment Day apart in the weeks ahead. John Cena on Randy Orton's attack. John Cena stunned the world by defeating Cody Rhodes to become the undisputed WWE Champion on Night 2 of WrestleMania 41, earning his 17th world title. On the next Raw, the new champ grabbed the mic to talk to the WWE Universe, but Randy Orton crashed the party with a vicious RKO. Now, Cena's clapping back with a slide jab at the Viper's ambush. In his Raw promo, Cena boasted he's got just 27 more shows before he hangs up his boots for good, promising to take the title home with him when he's done. Wrapping up, Cena held the championship high, telling fans to snap a picture. But as cameras flashed, Orton pounced, dropping Cena with an RKO from nowhere. The Viper snatched the title, raised it up, then dumped it on the floored champ. Cena hit back with a sneaky Instagram post. A pic of a guy with a clenched fist facing another shielding his crotch. No caption needed. Since Cena's WrestleMania win came via a low blow on Rhodes, this screams he's ready to get dirty with Orton too. Weeks before WrestleMania, Orton cut a promo with Rhodes, saying he'd challenge for the title once Rhodes beat Cena. The Fiend artist distracted Cody Rhodes and even pulled the match referee before he could finish counting to 3 when Cena was being pinned. With Cena as champ instead, it's no shock Orton came for him on Raw. WWE's next big show, Backlash, hits St. Louis, Orton's hometown, making a title showdown feel like a lock. This could kick off another epic chapter in the storied rivalry between the Viper and the greatest of all time. Will Orton step up as Cena's first challenger? We'll find out soon. CM Punk is uncertain of his future. CM Punk finally headlined WrestleMania for the first time in his storied career last weekend, and it's a night he'll never forget. On social media, the former WWE champion poured his heart out, calling it one of the most emotional moments of his life. Punk went toe-to-toe with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins in a triple threat match on night 1, with his now ex-best friend Paul Heyman by his side. But by the end of the night, Heyman stabbed Punk and Reigns in the back, teaming up with the Visionary. On Instagram, Punk shared a Raw message, unsure if he'll ever main event WrestleMania again. There's too many people to thank. I didn't get here alone. I've been lifted up and comforted in bad times by people, family, who have always believed in me. It wasn't a straight road. I took the long way. Along that way, I've learned lessons. I've been wrong. I've been right. I've been mean. I've been humbled. I'm grateful for all the lumps, the good and the bad. He continued, what's certain is you get back what you put in. Maybe not instantly, maybe not tomorrow, but never say never. With a full heart and gratitude that goes to 11, I'm overwhelmed and in search of the perfect words to describe my last few days. Thank you. I love you. If it was the last one, it may very well have been the best one, wrote Punk. On the Raw after WrestleMania 41, Punk and Reigns got blindsided by Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman's new ally Bron Breakker. In the chaotic final moments, Punk threw punches at Rollins but got dropped by a stomp. Reigns stormed in, taking out Rollins and Heyman, only to eat a spear from Breakker. Raw closed with Rollins, Breakker, and Heyman standing tall, leaving Punk's next move a big question mark.